When I tell you this has been a long time coming, I'm not exaggerating. Cue the Christmas vibes. Today we are painting Christmas ornaments. This is definitely one of my favorite videos to make each year. So much so that I started filming this video back in July. A lot of art is about to happen. We are gonna paint 8 Christmas ornaments. And one reason why I love to do this is because Christmas is my favorite holiday, of course. But another reason is because this is a really cool way to have affordable art land in my shop. Now, when I say this, I mean I price them so low that they usually sell out within hours. Every year it's been that way, but it's one of my favorite ways to kind of give back and say thank you to all of you folks who are watching my channel and supporting my art journey. So every year people also message me saying, Mira, the ornaments sold out before I could get one. What can you do? Because I'm really limited for time, I can't just whip up a bunch more. These things take forever to make. So what I am gonna do for you this year, if you see this video and you're here within the first 48 hours of it going live and you miss the ornaments, I'm gonna give you a special sale in my shop. So if you go to mirabyler.com, you can take 15% off all the prints and stickers in my shop. That will expire 48 hours after this video goes live, so I will put the code here on the screen. Enjoy that sale. Thank you for being here. Let's make some art. Instead of starting off with a holiday themed ornament, I decided to start off with ducks. Yeah, so we're painting ducks. This could definitely be influenced by my love for board games, especially the game Wingspan. But also, I painted this back in July, and I was inspired by a lot of different things that were happening around me than what were happening now. And I really wish I could think to paint this kind of stuff at this time of year. And I think that was a really special thing about making some of these super far ahead of time is I just had so much different types of inspiration because I had different stimuli at different seasons of the year. And I think it really affected the way I did my artwork. All right, I'm gonna get out a couple utensils so we can do the next step. I have these fabric scissors for cutting the cheap looking ribbons off of the ornaments. These are the ribbons that the ornaments came with. Here's one that I previously cut off. They're just kind of fragile. They fall apart kind of easily. I'm putting something a little higher quality on mine. I have these like velvety looking ribbons and I'm gonna use these. They're the same exact ones that I used last year, but I'm a lady who likes to use things up before buying new stuff. And I feel like these are gonna match basically all of the ornaments. I do also have some of this like thick twine stuff left over from last year. And this is pretty durable, so I might use this for some of the ornaments too. We'll see. Let's get started. I don't know if like me playing Wingspan influenced some of these. That is one of my favorite board games, but I did paint a lot of ducks, so there you go. This color goes so well with the ornament. I love it. Well, here's this one. I hope you liked it. I really enjoyed painting all the ducks on it. Again, it could have been inspired by Wingspan. Who knows? Because we just did a bright pink ornament, we're gonna take things in the opposite direction and do a really dark, moody looking ornament, but still add some happy pizzazz to it. So you can see here, I'm painting this a dark greenish blue, and now I'm gonna go in and do some fun designs. I'm taking this pink and I'm going to do this really cool scalloped pattern for the top and the bottom of the ornament. This looks simple, but it took forever. my hand had to be super steady and not shaky for that part. And whew, that was a toughie, let me tell you. But you know what else? I wasn't done painting birds and flowers and all that, so we have more ducks for this ornament. This is really not going the direction I thought it would go, but this is what inspired me at the time, and I had to do it, you know? This ornament here just exudes so much springy happiness, and I feel like this is the kind of thing I would prefer to hang on my tree, just as a reminder that all seasons are temporary and that flowers will bloom again and warmer days are coming. I actually made this one back in July when it was really warm out. I felt like it was easier to make these more like hopeful ones back in the summer. So cut that one off. Oh, green. I think I'm feeling brown. I mean, that just looks so good. This brown one just matches everything so well. So cute. I love it. Gotta love some flowers and ducks. This ornament just exudes so much happiness and hope. And I just really love how it reminds me that every season is temporary. So we did our dark, moody ornament. Let's take things up a notch and get a little bit happier, a little bit more hopeful with this light blue. I think this one will pop so beautifully on a Christmas tree because this blue color, so nice. So here I am painting some tulips, and I'm just loving the floral vibes and just messing around with different patterns. So that's what I did for this one. I did scallops on the top and bottom of this one too. Okay, this one here, I put this on the bottom. It kind of reminds me of something that you would find in Scandinavia. Like when I went to Denmark, I feel like this kind of stuff was pretty common. Oh, this one is a lovely reminder that spring will be coming. It's kind of fun to mess around with patterns. I'm enjoying that on ornaments. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, I had to edit this one in a way that's easy for you folks to watch because it took me forever to paint this one, forever. And I wish I could do a bunch more of them because this one was so fun to do. I really, really enjoyed it. And I felt like each little house on this was unique, but it's basically like a little village ornament. There's a bunch of little cottage houses on it with a limited color palette. It really reminds me of my trip to Norway a couple years ago, and I just really love this one so much. If I get more time, I definitely want to do more like this later, but yeah. And I also just liked playing with red and pink together. I'm really digging that color scheme. This one seriously took forever to make. There's just so many designs happening. I couldn't even capture it all on camera. It was really hard to. And it was back when I had my old lights, and it was just so hard to get good lighting for this. Can I just say, I love fabric scissors so much. They just make me feel so strong and mighty. I don't even know. Does anybody relate? They're just so superior to other scissors. I used to get yelled at for using them for like not fabric as a kid. If I had way more hours in a day, I would make like 5 more of these ones with the house on it. It was just such a fun design But I also just loved how it feels cozy and homey. And I just love the little design on the bottom. Every year when I paint these Christmas ornaments, I get this urge to use this dark color for an ornament. And then I get the same exact urge to do brush strokes on this ornament with the same exact colors every single year. I am pretty sure I have made this same exact ornament 3 or 4 times now. And it never gets old because it's the process that is just so fun to me. And I love the way these brushstroke ornaments look. I've played around with different types of brush strokes, but ultimately this is still my favorite version. And I will probably repeat it every single year. This is another one I wish I had more time to just like crank out like 5 of them because it's so fun. And it's just the process. It's so satisfying doing all these different brush strokes and trying to fill in the space, but have a limited color palette. I think I said this earlier, but I do one kind of like this every single year, especially with these colors. It's just my favorite combination, and these ones are so fun to make. I just adore them. So let's cut this off. And you know your girl is doing green ribbon for this. Look at how perfectly that matches. By the way, if you want to know where I get all my ornaments, I get them from Michael's. They stopped selling this one, which I'm super bummed about, and they started selling this version. It irritates me a little bit because I think this one is cuter, but you're gonna see a lot of these ones from me this year because that's what I have now. Oh my goodness, this is like my favorite one. I know it's such a simple design, but my favorite one, hands down. Feels good to do one of these ones every year. I wish I could do more of them. It's just so fun. I think my theme for some of these ornaments, like something that I have in mind, is we can get kind of sad in the winter, especially just being cooped up inside and it's cold outside, the sky is gloomy. So when I did these ornaments, I kind of thought ahead also, like, what would I want to hang on my tree to remind me of warmer days? And yeah, peaches. I also think this is because it was July when I painted this one, and the summer was admittedly influencing me for sure. But I just like to have little reminders around my house that like seasons are temporary, the things that we feel are temporary. If we're going through a bad time, it won't last forever, and we can always look ahead and cling to joy and have hope. Okay, let's cut this off and then decide what ribbon to do. See, look how easily these things fall apart and like fray and stuff. I just feel like if you're gonna go through all that work to make an ornament, put better ribbon on it, you know? Man, this could actually work for either of them, but I'm honestly feeling the brown. It's like a pop of contrast. By the way, these do have 2 layers of varnish on them, so they're like good to go. You can tell I started this back in July because of this. I was super into this kind of stuff earlier in the year, and now that it's November and I'm looking at this, I'm like, wow, I wish I could think to do this kind of stuff more in the fall, because this is fun. Let's get bold and do some red. I've been feeling red this year, but you know what else? I just have to tell you something. I did not get my taste of the brushstroke ornament. I needed more of it, so I had to do it in red, play around with another limited color palette. I know these ones are simple, but they also take a lot of time, but something about it is just so satisfying. Like the motion of like squishing my paintbrush all over this to get that shape. I don't know. It's so fun. I had to do a red one. I hope you like this one. really into red this year. I don't know why. Now I think this might be the case where this one is needed. Like, look how cute that looks together. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, that is just so cute. This one was so fun to do. I just love the ones with the brush strokes. All right, let's spice things up a bit. We have been painting a lot of three-dimensional ornaments. I kind of want a flat surface for this one, and I want to do something kind of detailed and fun. So I painted the back of this like a coppery gold color. It looks beautiful in the light because it glistens. Now we're doing some cottagecore stuff. So I wanted this one to feel really cozy and homey, and I made the background of this one like a neutral but light color so it stands out against the Christmas tree color. And I really just enjoyed adding like childhood nostalgia to this one, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. This just reminds me of my childhood, the home I grew up in, and my mom. So I enjoyed this one. I added a little snowflake at the top, and then I wanted to tie everything together and make it feel like it's cozy, but it's still snowing. So I put some little snowflakes around the house. Painted the edges pink, and there you go. This one here is the essence of cottagecore. I love how it turned out. I don't know what the colors are doing up there, but down here in real life, this brown is looking better. I'm gonna link all these ornaments below in case you want to paint some for yourself, by the way. I'm not sponsored, I just do this every year because I love Christmas. How adorable. Love that. This reminds me of like the little house decorations my mom had in the 90s and our dinnerware. It had all these little houses on it, which I looked up on Facebook Marketplace or something recently, and it sells for a fortune now. Like, what? So wild. Anyway, that is the first batch of ornaments for 2025. And yes, I did say batch because I started making all of these back in July and I have been making them ever since. So I'm gonna try to have more ornaments go up this year. The next video I'm posting with ornaments actually has a lot more than this video. However, I'm taking some of those to a couple art markets, so I don't really know what I'll list in my shop and what I won't. There is another ornament video coming after this, so if you miss out on this batch, just check my shop after the next batch goes live. I've never actually done this before, but I'm going to give you a quick tour of my shop. By the time you see this, it might look a little bit different because I do update it. But if you want to find ornaments, you can go right here to new arrivals, or you can go to all collections, special releases. So I want to show you some of the things that are in the special releases category. This is where I have all my apparel right now, bags, pencil cases, notepads, greeting cards. All the unique things are on this page. And if you come over here to my new arrivals page, you can find all the newest stuff in my shop. By the time you see this though, it's going to look very different because the ornaments will be up here. But you can see here I have my newest painting collection and a lot of other really cool things. So definitely check out the new arrivals section if you're curious about what has recently hit my shop. I'm giving you folks a 15% off discount for the first 48 hours this video is live, and that applies only to prints and stickers. So if there's anything in this category that catches your eye, or if there's anything in this category that catches your eye, feel free to use your discount at checkout and you will get that 15% off. And to find my website, you simply just go to mirabyler.com. I hope this got you in a festive mood. There's gonna be a lot more festive stuff to come. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. And for everybody else, I'm so glad you're here. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye.